And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning, for music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and Auntie B are our very own soulful duets.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Look who we have.
Afternoon, you, Kevin.
We're so glad to have you here.
Good morning, angels. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Oh, man. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you are loved. So big.
You know, it's funny you say that because I feel this strange thing all over me, and it's just love. So thank you.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I'm so glad. We were wondering, and it was just right the last second, you guys, before we went live, he popped on and we're like, yay! So we're like, guess we're just going to be talking.
In the chat room, they were going to be like, Kevin, you're in trouble.
we had a plan. We were so excited.
And then right after that, you're like, boink. I'm like, oh, hello.
Just start talking about him, and there he is.
Oh, so I avoided trouble. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
It was magic. It was perfect timing. Who talks about perfect timing?
I guess I do. I find you all synchronistically all the time throughout the day when I need vibes the most. And so I realized that I didn't know exactly what time the show started.
Oh, well then, we're so glad you made it even more.
I'm guided by angels, so I don't have to worry about clocks.
There you go.
And by a childlike love and just wonderment. I see it all the time in you.
It's true. I see it too.
It feels good to be seen, ladies. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. We see you as often as we do.
And congratulations. So we would love for you to tell us the biggest, most exciting thing in your life right now. This moment.
The Engaged Reiki Sangha.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
Is an exceptional community of human beings, prayer warriors, light workers, people that are responding to the calling to do more and to be more, people that want to, just feel that calling towards the spiritual path, feeling that calling towards, working on self-betterment, self-empowerment, working on those things that will allow us to, just go further into this path, help to align ourselves with the possibilities, create synchronicities, attract good things, attract good people, attract angels such as yourselves. And we realize that this is, pretty much the most important time in history. What is going on right now? What is happening right now? It is a critical mass. It is a great awakening. More people than ever are responding to just that, the spiritual callings. And we know that, those of us that have come before, we know that that is a very scary time for many. That is a very alone time for many. And a lot of people will, get themselves to the point to where if they go further, they can begin to practice things. They can work on their mindfulness. They can work on their meditation. They can begin to develop the pieces of themselves that will be able to respond and move further spiritually. But we know that a lot of people get to that point and that's when they stop, because it's scary when you move into that. It's scary spending time with our own minds, and because we don't know how to quiet the clutter. It's scary spending time with the outside world because we know it's chaotic. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of deception. There's just a lot of ugliness and chaos. And so the Engaged Reiki Sangha is a group of people that come together, and we hold this very safe and special platform for people that are just brand new, can come day one. It's a gentle practice. You can just learn the beginning pieces of how to meditate, how to get in touch with what's in here, how to quiet things down so that you can stay present, work on the very beginning stages of mindfulness so it doesn't get too deep, it doesn't get too scary. And we have this community around of people that are going through it with you, so you're never alone.
Absolutely.
And we're also at the same time, we're formulating a school. We're turning into a training center for light workers, and we have an awesome class right now of brand new Reiki practitioners, and we already have another one starting to formulate as well. So momentum is happening. Good things are happening. And like I said, it's that synchronistic journey. And the more we walk upon it, the more we stay true to ourselves, the more we stay connected to God and our source and to each other. Things keep opening up. And, you know, you two lovely angels are just another synchronicity along the way that I've discovered. So.
Thank you, bud.
Of course.
Empress says that she will have to watch your replay because she was up too late. And she didn't wake up until 9 a.m. your time is when she woke up.
Who could that be? Who would keep you up so late? It's just crazy. People that just talk and talk and talk.
I wonder who that was. I really do, because I don't know. Was it you?
Yeah.
It might have been.
No.
We were up holding space last night as well.
Were you?
Yes.
How late?
Maybe about 9. Well, I shouldn't use the word late. Maybe about 9:30 Eastern.
It's so late. I don't know.
When you like to get up and greet the sun in the morning, 9:30.
It is. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I was sleepwalking during the night. I know, because I woke up with stickers and like grass in my toes.
Wow. So you went out for a grounding walk barefoot?
And the sticker bushes.
Yeah, my mind was like, hey, we got to get out and walk this out in nature.
Literally.
Awesome. Giving yourself what you need, even in sleep. That's beautiful.
Right. And then I woke up really early. So I was out with the sun. And I was just waiting. Like I was standing there like, oh, this is so exciting. Do you do that inside? Do you feel that just the anticipation for the sun?
I'm a little kid on Christmas morning when the sun comes out.
Right.
I mean, when I can see it, I kid you not. And I'm from Pennsylvania, so it's very rare that the sun is out in abundance and fully available. You know, it often hides behind the clouds in this state. So, yeah, I do get very giddy, very grateful whenever it's because it's free energy, it's free downloads, it's free connection, it's everything. It's what's available to us.
Yeah, I agree with those words, and it feels like it's something that the anticipation is one thing, but because you know it's there and it comes up and you just look at it. You look at the sun, y'all. This is what's so amazing about sun gazing. They always say, don't look at the sun, it'll ruin your eyes. Guess what? When I stopped doing it, my eyes got ruined. So
yeah,
they suck. And no, I mean, bless them and love them and they're sucking, but whatever. But it's not true. When I started going back out and just the waiting, and then it peeks over just a little bit, and I'm like, it's happening. And so I'm just there, like breathing it in. Like I'm not as calm as you are. You are master of chill. To me, it's so exciting. And I get out there and I'm doing dances and like talking, to the sun and, having Jesus there with me in my mind's eye, right? I play it up. I'm sure my neighbors are like, what is happening? Especially if they saw me out there walking. I don't know, when I was asleep. But isn't that so exciting? It lights you up from the inside out.
It is
right in.
I say it all the time, and to speak to the piece that you mentioned about fearing the sun. I say this all the time. It's absolute nonsense. There's a reason why every single culture throughout history before us worshiped the sun, except for this one who was taught to fear it.
Right. What?
It's not there to fear. It's there to honor, to respect, to utilize, take in.
Oh man, it's better than anything I've ever actually put in my face. Like, like the sunshine is amazing.
Beautiful. It is. I fully agree. There's so much available to us that we're disconnected to, that we have no idea about because of the way that we grown up. We should have grown up knowing how to sun gaze. We should have been taught to meditate. We should have been taught mindfulness from birth, just as we're taught to crawl and to walk and to speak and things like that, but we weren't. So, those of us that are aware of that now are responding to that, and we have catching up to do. And that's why we meet every morning to work on these things.
Absolutely. Go ahead, James.
Just real quick. Maylee's birthday was yesterday. And she's 7.
That's right, 7.
He wanted to come on and say hi.
Can we sing happy birthday to her?
Yeah.
Because I know that
You can't be
Kevin
all
wants to
things.
sing with us.
I'm in the
Right.
company of angels.
Yeah, buddy, that's right.
Huh?
And maybe our listeners will sing along with us too. Is she coming over? While she's doing that, Kevin, it's absolutely true. We have been taught to fear the sun,
Mm-hmm.
We
you
have.
know,
That's true.
and
And burns and all that kind of fun stuff.
and we do not. We need a different relationship, so we're gonna get back to that. But hi, Mayliana, can she hear us? She's so cute.
Is it in here?
Can you hear us?
Hi,
Okay.
tiny angel.
You ready?
Oh,
We're gonna sing happy birthday to you. Ready?
Oh boy.
You ready?
here we go.
Happy,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Meliana. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
That's what she's waiting for. She's like,
Happy birthday, sweetie. We
Little
love
one.
you.
oh, can't see your face now.
And thank you, angels, for drowning me out during that.
I know, it's like, wait.
I was like, I can't hear him at all.
Sorry. I don't know. You could
I
go,
think
go
he
for
was
yourself.
listening.
She'll listen. Well,
Go
I'll just
ahead.
wait
Go ahead.
patiently.
Kevin.
Oh, darn, we lost all the
You
things.
should put your earphones in.
Oh, I have to get
That's
some of these.
what it is.
That's what it is.
Oh. Were you singing? Actually singing?
Very low, yes.
Solo?
Ladies, I'm the meditator. You're the singers.
I know, but you said you're with angels.
I am. That's why I'm glowing.
You are.
She even put makeup on for this.
Well, you
Oh,
look beautiful, Maylee.
She did it all by herself.
You're just a tiny little singing mama. That's so adorable.
It's true, right?
It's like before and after with a few years in between.
Oh, man.
Like 30 something.
Tell
A kid podcast. Well, maybe we'll do a kid podcast one of these days, okay?
her after we get some homework stuff done. I told her she could, so we gotta wait.
There we
I-
go.
I'm the teacher. I know. Don't worry, it's blessed, I promise. 7 going on 30. Nice. All right. So let's get back to the sun conversation if we can. My dear sister and her child. So cute.
What are you doing? Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Anytime we can sing to someone, especially a little girl. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Yeah, I'm all in. All right. So I know to a lot of people who have been introduced to Reiki just as the word Reiki, right? If they take it to someone they trust in a religious organization, and I'm going to speak especially for where I am, predominantly LES, which is Mormon.
Mormon religion.
I know that a lot of people will tell them it's, it's not something that they endorse. It isn't something that they would encourage because there's a touch of darkness with it. And to me, that speaks of a lot of ignorance, for one thing. But I would like to hear your take on that, Kevin.
Well, we're in a world of ignorance. We're in a world of nonsense. We're in a world where everything that we've ever been taught is in this cup, and we must empty it and move forward.
I love it.
There are misconceptions. There are misconceptions surrounding everything.
Absolutely.
And if you feel drawn to Reiki, if you feel drawn to exploring that energetic modality, then I encourage you to look into that and find the truth in whatever it is that you think you're attached to as far as expectations or mainstream narratives. I encourage you to let that go. And
Hey, you know what's weird? Just real quick, sorry. I swear I smell your incense.
Ah!
Is it sage?
this is sage with rose petals. Yep.
I can smell it. I'm like, why am I smelling Wait, he's the only one. I am not burning anything.
We're profoundly
Yeah,
we're connected on a
I
quantum
can,
level. This is just
I
this is
can
just 3D.
seriously smell it right now. That is so crazy.
Listen, can I share with you guys that an hour before we came on today, I had an amazing quantum healing session with a remarkable human that affected me in deep ways. So I'm still vibing from that that unique experience. And I'm actually not surprised with what you said, because we're next to each other on the quantum level. It's just in 3D that there's distance between us.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, it just blows my mind.
That's fascinating.
Because it kind of smells like the one that I have, but it's up on my fridge. Like, it's not even by me at all.
Wow.
And so I'm just like, wait a second.
It's very cool. What about you, NTB? Are you getting anything?
No, sorry. I don't like sage, so.
I don't like sage either, but the one that I have smells like the one that I'm smelling, of course. And but I don't have anything that would make all of a sudden a strong smell right in my nostrils.
That's amazing. I love that.
And then I saw the smoke and like, he must be burning some incense or something.
That's right.
I love it. I love it. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Were you telling me to shush?
No, I was saying, can you smell it?
Oh, because I'm not talking at all.
Not.
I'm just asking. I just thought that's what I thought you were saying. Like, I'm talking next. Fine, good. I'm
Okay.
glad you're taking initiative.
Smell.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
No.
He can make jokes. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Guys, mindfulness is not boring. It is not the absence of jokes. It is staying present in your ultimate delight and prolonging that happiness.
I am very happy to see it. I knew eventually I would. I just, you have a longer stamina for. That's why we say you're the king of chill. Like, I can be chill for a little while, and then I'm like, all right, time to be funny again. And you're like, I could be chill for days.
And days.
Oh, man. No, I'm out there supposed to be chill with the sun. I'm like, nah, this is too much fun. And you're like, it's awesome this way, too.
If the sun makes you feel so good that you need to burst in laughter, I encourage you to do so.
Yeah, it does. It does. I agree with you. Your narrative when you said it's like Christmas morning. Every time, and that's every day here. Even on days when it's like super, super rainy, there's always a break somewhere along the mountains, right?
Yes.
And for some reason, I will give you 7 out of 10 times the sun is in that one spot. So you should move to Utah and stuff, because like we get lots of sun. Just saying, it's beautiful here. We live here.
I love Utah.
Do you?
I love Utah. I shared with you guys before. I did live there for a brief period of time.
That's right.
I was working in the mountains when I was working in the wilderness therapy field. So yeah, I spent a winter living in the Uintas Mountains outside. A winter in Utah, outside.
That's why you're the king of chill. Whoa. Oh, that's amazing.
It definitely helped to thicken my skin.
That's amazing. So it was an entire winter? We're talking like 6 months?
Not quite. I had during that experience I actually had two injuries. Well, one injury and then one re-injury. So during that time I had to move back and forth across the country a couple of times. So it was a prolonged experience that ultimately didn't work out as well as I had hoped. I hoped there would be more time involved, but the experiences were life-changing. It was profound. It was exceptional. It was amazing. I helped to, we made Thanksgiving dinner outside on the ground, a collection.
Really?
Yeah. This is what you do. You stay out there. What's that?
So you were like camping?
Camping is not the way that I would put it. Living is the way to put it. So in this field, in this example, so you have a team of instructors, wilderness guides and therapists that will rotate going out into the field for a week to 10 days while the other team then gets their time off. The group of kids, teens up until 17, 18, they stay out there for weeks and months at a time. It's a therapeutic experience for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go. Is it for
When-
adults?
No.
What
Not-
if
I
I'm
mean,
causing trouble?
well, I am available for personal guidance. So
Oh, that's
we can
true.
schedule something.
Just not out in the wilderness.
No, out in the wilderness.
In the wilderness.
We'll go, ATB. I'll guide you through a month in the woods. We'll backpack, camp, connect with Earth.
Yeah, I do want to sign up for that. That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Awesome.
Are you kidding me? I am busted. I would like to get to my center and just purify from the inside out. Yeah.
Right on, sister. So many of us are busted.
Right?
So many of us. So many of us
Movie.
live in this fake 3D world for 20, 30, 40, how many years? You know,
Right.
we have issues, we have baggage, we have traumas, we have things that need to process, heal before we can move forward.
Right.
He's
Like
right.
what we were. Oh, excuse me, just a second. Dum dum dum
Oh.
dum dum
Can I
is
say
here.
peace, respect, health, happiness, and love, family.
Yeah.
He always says that.
Cheers to my brother. Appreciate you showing up, brother.
We love you, Dom. So much. We love all of you.
Dom himself, he's speaking about a car ride. He's at this very moment coming home from a weekend camping trip where he was connecting with nature with his family. And
Wow.
He's so sleepy.
so
That's
hopefully,
wonderful.
That big ass off while he's sleeping.
I wonder why he's so sleepy. Maybe they didn't sleep so well at night. Maybe it was the birds and the animals and the noises.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They're loud here. We're right on the benches, so we can hear of the mountain, right? So we can hear all the wonderful things going on, and there's the birds, and it's so loud when you go outside. You know it's daytime before it's daytime, and you step out there, and it's just they're all having conversations, and it's just so lovely.
Yeah. We just set up a hummingbird feeder right outside our window. And
Oh, nice.
Chad put a regular bird feeder with the seeds and stuff just across the lawn. Or not lawn, it's not lawn. Just across the yard. Just across the dirt patch. On one of the trees across the yard. And so now we have like tons of like sparrows and robins, and the robins are our favorites. And they're just like everywhere. And we had it in the front, but I guess they weren't coming fast enough, and so he put it in the backyard, and they're like all over there now.
Nice.
But we saw like some hummingbirds. Hummingbirds always make me be quiet. Like, I know, right? And it's hard, but I'm like, oh,
No, that's a key.
really
That's
cool.
one of your.
it's like right by the window, like right you know where our kitchen window is. It's like right there. I put it right there on the kitchen window so I could see it when I opened the window.
Nice.
And two of them came around on Saturday, and we were like in the heat of the moment talking and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, shh, there's hummingbirds. I'm like tapping on Chad's shoulder, like, turn around, there's hummingbirds right there. And he's like, oh. It was like little kids looking at birds.
Do you see what I see, Kevin? Do you see this?
What do we see?
That's your key into it. Into the whole nature, sun gazing, finding that quiet within. It's there for you for that.
Cool.
It's there.
That's right. I mean, it could be, but I mean, you said it yourself.
I
Make it
love
quiet.
hummingbirds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when we lived
I'm so
in
happy.
Rangeley, when we lived in Rangeley, right outside our bedroom window, there was a hummingbird nest. Yeah, and I'd never seen one before. I'm like, what do hummingbird nests look like? and it showed like this little tiny little thing, and I was like, oh, that's a hummingbird nest. They come around here all the time. And then like there was this green one that would come around all the time, and so we put up a feeder outside on our deck, and they would like all the time, even when we were out on the deck, they would come over and like, and they make noises. I didn't know they made noises. I mean, I assumed they did, but I'd never heard it. And they're all. I'm like, we have to listen.
There's such a perfect representation.
Right, and they would like perch on the trees and stuff. It was so cool because I'd never seen it before. And then I did, and it was awesome.
I love this. Oh my goodness.
And
It
you're
was
so
so
right, because when you see a hummingbird, you know that you're just witnessing something beautiful, something angelic, and so you want to be quiet, you want to not disturb, and you want to just appreciate for as long as you can watch.
I know, and it was so cool because it would stay around all the time. And the green ones, I guess, are not very prone to the area where we were. But it was like this bright green one because I usually see like the little tiny gray ones. But this one was like a bright green one. I'm like, oh, you're so pretty.
Can you do the hummingbird speech again?
The hummingbird speech?
Yeah,
Speak.
the sound they make.
Like,
I love it. I love it.
Tremendous.
And you notice we all get quiet when she's talking about it. Like it's that's your thing, baby. You gotta find a way to make that work in you, because you're lit up all just talking about it.
Well, thank you.
He talks about spiritual animals. Kevin does.
Yours
Can you
was a
explain?
deer.
I know it was 2,
I know.
but the card,
Ellen,
the card you drew for me, Kevin.
Oh,
last
nice.
night.
He's like, there was a lot of
It
cards.
was the deer card, right?
The
Ellen,
2.
Yeah.
But tell us about the spiritual animal thing, because she was asking me, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, we'll have Kevin on, so he can tell you.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It goes back to that piece, that awareness that there's so much abundance available to us in the world. Once we are able to make that connection to source, to our spirit, to the spirit realm, this entire world is full of animals and beings, and each one of these animals has unique traits, unique abilities, unique things that make them who they are, unique strengths, right? And so what we're able to do with our meditation, with our connection to our highest selves, we can call upon these different spirits, these different spirit animals, these different power animals when we need when we need some additional strength, when we need some additional support. We can call upon specific animals that have those unique things that will help us to do what we need to do next. And so oracle cards, for example, are a powerful way to connect with spirit, ask those questions, see what is revealed. And from the foundation of a meditation teacher, what I love about sharing cards and sharing messages like that, because what it does is gives you something to sit with. Okay, so we practice all the time, quieting our mind, quieting the world around us, so we can generate that space so that we can open ourselves up, hear the messages, hear spirit, hear source, right? Work on ourselves. When we get into that space, then we connect with, the specific archangel. We ask to draw in the spirit of that animal. For you last night, it was the deer. You had a very beautiful, majestic card. And so when we are able to do that, open ourselves up and call upon that spirit, then we just ask, whatever it is we need to ask. And we just sit there in that quiet, and we wait, and we hear, and we feel the messages. And we allow them to serve us, to help support us, to give us that additional strength or whatever it is that we need. And every day is different. Every day presents unique challenges, unique adversities for us. I mean, we all have, regular reoccurring things until we clear them up. But then we also have new things that we experience just by walking out into this world. This world's hard. It's harsh. It's cold,
Very true.
If we choose to walk as warriors, then that means doing work. We have to work on ourselves. We have to call upon the things that we need, the assistance. We have to work on ourselves. We have to call upon Sangha. We have to call upon spirit. There are things available to help us, to serve us. We just have to utilize them.
Oh, I agree with you on that one. I want to tell you, I agree with everything you just said, that it is important for us to find the center, to meditate, to really get in the moment, right? Because so much of our time is spent not in the moment, not even on us at all. We've got TV, politicians, schools, what's right, what's wrong. The world feels upside down. And we've looked outside of ourselves for the answers for so long, when the truth is it's in us. Even when I have reached out to you, Kevin, we had that discussion yesterday. It was amazing, by the way. And, we talked about a lot of different things. The one thing that hit me the most aside from your king of chillness and your big old heart for everybody, which we both, Jamie and I both love, was when, Chad, was, when we were talking and you were talking about addiction, because I was talking about smoking, right? And I was talking about a physical ailment like seizures. And you were talking about mind, let's see, was it soul, right? And then mental and physical all need to come together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you were talking about addiction, which is more in the mind. I was talking about seizures, and they came together in our conversation that you said you could meditate away pain, right? We can meditate wellness into us, through us. When we get, I'm not using all the right, correct, whatever words, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And you can correct me at any time if I'm not making sense. But I realized, and it hit me so hard that the hair on the top of my head and the top parts of my feet had goosebumpies, like all the way through, like so hard. That's why I was like, that's the answer. That's the answer. I was so excited because I have these seizures, but why do I have them? And you used anxiety. I definitely have that. But why do I have it? I was shocked all the time. But see, I was also struck by lightning. And so I'm wondering sometimes if my body, see, I've been used to getting shocked a lot. So maybe now what I need to do is work on, it could be just a PTSD thing, right? Representing in a physical way. And none of focusing on the seizures alone is going to fix the seizures, right? I need to turn my focus inward, love, find that joy, right? Continue the things that actually bring that to me, the sun gazing stuff, and not focus on the problem alone. Recognize the problem, sure.
I wouldn't use the word problem. I would use the word symptom.
Love it.
Right.
A symptom. Love it.
And I know what you mean because we shared that awesome conversation one-on-one, and we got into some layers, and that's great. But what other people might be missing from what you're saying is that there's more to us than physical, and by putting all of our awareness into healing physical, we're missing things. That's not holistic. We're physical, but we're also emotional. We're also spiritual. We have depth and layers to who we are, and a lot of times. So the beautiful thing about energy work is when you are dealing with energy and you realize that illness, dis-ease first manifests itself in the energy field, in the aura field, before it ever is even able to penetrate the physical. So everything that we do in regards to meditation practice, mindfulness practice, things like this, we're constantly expanding our consciousness. We're doing multiple things. We're expanding our consciousness. That's our aura field right there. So that's a powerful layer of protection. We're thickening our armor of God. I say it all the time. We're sharpening the sword of our awareness. Okay, this is what we take with us every day into the 3D world. This is what gives us those layers of protection. This is the reason why we're so traumatized. We're so damaged. We're so full of scars, physical scars, emotional scars, spiritual scars. We shared some things back and forth yesterday and to be about some of the horrible things that occurred to us early on, and we're people that are climbing through the mud and serve the purpose now to assist other people coming through that, because that's a beautiful calling. That's the highest calling. That's Bodhisattva. And I know
you said that with the Chad.
Yeah, the Chad is absolutely a Bodhisattva. A Bodhisattva is an awakened warrior who delays their own ascension so that they may assist others with theirs. Okay, I say it all the time. A Bodhisattva will climb themselves out of the mud and not even take any time to dust themselves off. They will immediately turn around and help up the next person that is struggling. And so this is what Engaged Reiki stands for. This is what our community is all about. These are the people that come together and are responding to that calling. And we know that to live that purpose, to walk that path, you have to expand your consciousness. You have to have thick armor of God. Your sword better be sharp. And that's why we come together every morning at Good Morning Reiki and we work on it, so we can fulfill that purpose every day.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I freaking love it. There's no words for it to me. Except I would like want to just hug you and be like, that's what it is. Thank you. That's what it is.
We're big huggers. Big huggers. It's all about the love.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Bro, Empress Marina, can I just share? That's so beautiful. So I did a meditation a few days ago called Healing Lake, and that's what she's referencing, where we sit by the Healing Lake and we just put our stones, our scars, our trauma into it. Thank you, Empress. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you.
Yeah, she really liked that one. I know because she mentioned it to me twice, and it was amazing. And I was actually there for it, but it's cool. Like I was like, I know what you mean. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I love that. I also liked the stone one.
Pebble meditation, yeah.
The pebble one. I used, like I said, I used my ring, my 2 rings, my engagement ring and my wedding ring, right? And I held one of them in each hand and did that. I told Jami about it even, because I told her how much it was like the book, the Will You Tell Them book. Because in there, right in the book, Jesus puts a stone in each of my hands. It was something that when you said it, I was like, no, that's awesome. Well, we're all in on that. Yeah, that's very cool.
Share and like, everybody. Share and like. Sorry.
No kidding. We would totally love that. But I think when people have a similar awareness, even if their perspective is different and their words are different, you can feel love in an intense way. So it's semantics at some point, right? Maybe I wouldn't say things exactly as you do, clearly, because I'm not king of chill. But I feel love and I want to love. And that's my purpose, my intent every day. You do that a lot, by the way, and I would love to hear why. Every time you do that, it reminds me to take a deep breath, and I love it, but I'm wondering if that's why you do it.
Why I do what?
Take a deep breath.
Like a whole inside deep breath, and I'm like, oh yeah, breathe. That's awesome. So like, do you just know to do that?
Yes, it's second nature. These are the things that happen to you when you practice every day. It's second nature. So I'll be right in that moment. I went like this because you said the word purpose, and I wanted to lift the word purpose to support.
Nice.
So that's what I just did in the moment.
Good job.
But you're right. Thank you for noticing. As Miss Empress just says, mindfulness breathing, mindful breathing. This is what we work on every day. This is what keeps things like anxiety, anger, pain, instead of having them all over our body and inside of us, this is what keeps them over here with a distance, with a space in between. This is how we're able to manage those.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Yes, King of Chill, definitely. And it's kind of a personal one for me, so I'm pretty sure it won't weird you out because it's not like one of those, but like I had to not breathe for a lot of the things that happened. I had to hold so still that I couldn't breathe for a long period of time. You're not supposed to hold your breath for a long period of time often, but I had to. It was just what was required of me. So I have paradoxical breathing issues. Do you know what that means? Why am I getting Southern?
I don't know. I was like, she just.
Because you need that little extra Southern spirit to help keep you feeling comfortable right now. So you called upon it and it was there for you.
Ta-da! I love you. I love you. Like so much love you. So that's what I have. Paradoxical breathing is when your lungs don't expand when you take in a deep breath, but they expand when you blow it out. It's opposite breathing. So my lower ribs were broken, but I've also had punctures in my ribs and lungs. So you have to be very still and have very shallow breathing. So my body has turned it into backwards. So it's paradoxical. Wow. So there's a lot of work I need to do with introducing myself to this body. For those of you who don't know what that means, I have had to not live in it for a lot of the time because the abuse was so strong. I had to leave it mentally, to survive it. So when I came back, I just kept ignoring it. So I don't even really recognize it as mine. Like it's here, but I'm not always in it, or at least I wasn't. So now I need to understand it better. And like I can be all bendy and stuff because I'm very flexible, and that's cool. I like that. That's very cool. It freaks people out, which I think is awesome. But that's the part I claim. But there's more to it, right? And so when I see you take those deep breaths, I'm like, oh yeah, breathe. Because I was taught not to breathe, not to breathe. Taught consciously to make that choice. And I made it so often. Now I have to work twice as hard to remember. And so every time you do that, I'm like, oh yeah, breathe. It's awesome. Feels so good. I like it. Excellent.
We just have to get you to where it's comfortable, you know, because in the beginning, like you said, it's a reminder of, to say the least, uncomfortable experiences. Okay. And you know, the people here, the people that are watching this show, the people in this chat, you know, we know you a little bit, you know, you've shared a lot of things with us. And so we understand. And, you know, what you're describing is a much deeper example to what a lot of everybody already faces. What we're taught, what we walk through this world with every day is very, very shallow breathing, right? We don't stay consistent with it. Just like everything else in this false world, with all of the deception and all of the things that we were taught that don't benefit us, that actually, you know, do the opposite of that. They weaken us, they keep us sick, they keep us ignorant. Practice with breathing is chief among them, right? What simplify it. What is breath? It's the source of our life. Every moment of every day. Okay, every time we inhale, we bring new life in. Every time we exhale, we're done. We're slowly dying unless we're able to bring in new breath. Okay, when you have this awareness with you at all times, you can truly treat every moment as a miracle, because every time you draw in new breath, you're extending your life. Okay, and you know, the vast majority of us walk through the days, and this is never on our mind, and we shallow breathe, and you know, we keep our mind where the world wants it to be, on commercials and on billboards and on noise and on chaos and all those things. You need healing there, you know, you specifically, and you know that there's a lot of trauma, and that's a scary part, because you have trauma associated with breathing, and that's the most beautiful, most sacred source of life right there. Just sitting outside with all awareness on your breath, pulling it in. This raises your vibrations exponentially. This thickens your armor of God. Everything that we talk about doing, all the protective pieces that we bring into ourselves, all of the expansion starts right here. Staying present as we bring in new life. That's what fills us. That's what feeds us. All right. And so, and I'll sit with you and do this. Like we'll do this one-on-one. You have healing that needs to happen there, and you need to get more and more used to it. You need to become more and more comfortable to it. And when it's hard and when it's painful, you need to sit there and experience it and go through it. And I'll go through it with you. And then you'll come out on the other side and you'll be stronger. And you too will sit like me, second nature, just going like this. She's just feeling love right now.
Love you too, Angela.
It goes against everything that they taught me. Everything. For 35 plus years, everything. You can't do it. No. And there were so many things that I could do. I could think what I wanted. Okay. I could think what I wanted, but I couldn't make my body do what I wanted because they were bigger when I started, right? So that impression in my mind, it stuck, but I could think what I wanted. I always knew that. But this is like, holy buckets. Like,
You're an extreme example of all of the same things that all of us have to learn and experience. Just like you were forced to learn the opposite of, for lack of a better term, healthy ways of living, healthy ways of being. Just like all of us in the world that I've explained, we all have to do this. We all have to empty our cup and start fresh and start over.
Right.
Need to reset.
Your cup is mucky and it's shitty and it's full, but it still needs to be empty.
Yeah.
We're gonna empty it, and we're still gonna fill it up with roses and sweet things.
Thank you.
Kind of like a big modem reset.
Modem reset.
Auntie B, love you, don't cry.
Oh, I love you too. Sorry. It's a lot of love all at once. That's what happens. I cry happy tears.
It's true. Dom's on with us.
You see this? Our two communities are merging and they fit harmoniously.
Yes, they do.
We're all healers. We are remembering.
Thank you.
I think too, like
She has.
I've asked people to do this with me before, and they weren't the right people, I guess, because it didn't happen, right? So timing and everything. Love you too, guys. I love you, Jacqueline. So much, you guys. I love you. And it didn't work out, but more than that, they felt like growth.
About breathing?
Just breathing. Or I'd have people who would try to make me do it, and that's the same as how it felt before, to make me not do it. There's a difference between saying I'm here if you need me versus I'm going to teach you. Those are two different feelings, even, right? And so this is gonna maybe sound nuts, I don't know. I had this chat with God, and I've been having it for freaking months, that I know it's time to work on stuff because it's getting really extreme physically, like with the issues, symptoms, with the symptoms, right? Pretty extreme.
Mm-hmm.
And the ways the doctors would handle it, I would not most likely survive. So chemotherapy, things like that. I am not in a physical position, nor mental one, by the way. So I just pray and just pray and just pray. And then I was like, hey, will you chat with me? And you're like, yeah. And then we missed it. And so I was like, well, maybe that was just not right. Maybe this was another one, not that one. So I got to find another way, right? Kevin, are you following me?
Yes.
Okay. But then we talked yesterday. And afterwards, man, I got to tell you, I had like butterflies, but weird ones. Like something was missing and I couldn't figure it out. I even said it to Jami this morning. Something is there that I don't quite get. I'm crying because I get it. Because you have no agenda. You haven't said to me one time, hey, I need all your money and then I might teach you stuff. Like one time, you give your stuff freely online to everyone. Anyone who comes in. And it was like that was the God moment right there. Like, hey, you should probably listen to him because, stuff.
No lightning for this one.
So thank you for that. It's amazing when prayers are answered. Like, 4 months is not a long time for a prayer to be answered this hardcore. So I appreciate that. Wow. A lot.
Thank you, sister.
I hope that was okay to say live, guys. Thanks for sharing it with us, but I don't want to embarrass anyone, but I
How would that be embarrassing?
I don't know. I just am so grateful that I don't know if I'm saying the right things, but I am grateful.
The people that connect with us are authentic humans, and they appreciate that within us. And this is what we, as angels and warriors, have to role model. This is what Bodhisattva's role model. It's that sharing that comfort with those vulnerable pieces and those vulnerable places because they need to be addressed. We need to remain present for them. Mm-hmm. And we are the type of people that, when somebody goes through that, we will sit with them.
Very cool. Then thank you all for sitting with me.
Of course. Everybody loves you here.
Dom called you Brina.
Yeah, he did. He even said she's my sister Sabrina last night
Oh, he did.
in one of the chats that Kevin said.
Because we call her Sabrina all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like Sabrina.
It's just awesome. But yeah, we both are just want to really just love. And I think the more centered we get, we'll still have giggly moments and we're not giving those up, but we'll have a better quality, I think, and view of the world and way to be in it but not of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's that mindfulness piece that strengthens every experience. And what I mean by that in regards to what you said is never give up the giggling moments. Okay. Stay with them, sit with them. We don't force the giggly times to replace the bad feelings. We embrace the bad feelings, and we feel so good about uplifting ourselves that when we are able to pull that happiness in there, there's no regrets. We stay there because we're not hiding anything. We're truly living in that authentic moment, and that's joyous. That's beautiful.
I love it. I love love. Don't you love love?
It's like the best.
It's like the best. Exactly. It's so the best. I can feel it in my toes. That's like how cool it is.
That's great when it gets down that far.
Right?
Yeah.
These toes right here. I feel them in my toes.
See? Flexible.
I'm just saying. Oh, man. It's already almost been an hour. That's amazing. Yes.
Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin.
Avalokiteshvara.
Oh.
Yeah. What he said.
What did you say?
The Bodhisattva of compassion, his name is Avalokiteshvara. That's the male energy. The female, the feminine energy is Kuan Yin.
Ah, gotcha. Kuan Yin's easier to say.
It is easier to say.
I like that.
Is it like the yin and yang?
It's balanced, the masculine and feminine.
So I wasn't going to do this before, but is it possible for you to draw us each a card today?
Of course. I'll be happy.
Look what happens when there's love. I'm telling you.
I told you I would be prepared for whatever you need.
I can't. It's just true. I told her that we weren't going to do that because there was a lot to say, and then suddenly I'm wrong, and I'm okay with that.
I was like, do you want me to do the oracle cards? She's like, maybe not.
See, I'm honest in that because I was nervous.
That's okay. But you also had things on your heart that you wanted to bring out and talk about, and which we did. And it seems like you feel pretty good about that.
Oh, the love stuff again. He's so nice.
Look over under your picture up there. Love.
See, it's always around.
There's the word love is literally like a centimeter away from your head. I can see it.
Yeah. It's by my man right here. My man.
Nice. So who shall I put my awareness on? Singing Mama? Okay. All awareness on Singing Mama. This is a powerful card, Singing Mama. This is the rhinoceros. So there are multiple things to experience here. Okay, first I'll draw your awareness to the imagery, and I know it's a little bit of a glare, but what I want to point out, first of all, what did we just talk about? We just talked about the masculine and the feminine balance. That's exactly what you're receiving here. So the things to notice in this card, this rhinoceros, this powerful stoic beast is standing right on top of Mother Gaia. Okay, this is right here. This is the very crown chakra of Mother Gaia. This is the rhinoceros standing in it with an illuminated heart chakra, an illuminated crown chakra. And what I want to point out is feminine, masculine, perfect balance. Okay, and you look much closer. You have a Merkaba this rhinoceros is right in the center of a Merkaba. So once again, you're perfectly balanced, perfectly represented by masculine and feminine energies. Okay, when you receive a card like this represents perfect balance, perfect harmony with the world. This is letting you know this is where you are in the moment. Look at the message that comes with it. Be strong and courageous. Okay, you don't always receive a card like this with a message like this, but when you do, when you're in a position like this is letting you know you have enormous amounts of positivity, love, and support all surrounding you. Okay, people look at you like a leader, like a healer. So what this is reminding you that that's who you are, whether you see yourself that way or not. Everybody in this chat does. Okay, so that's why you're receiving the message to be strong and courageous, because people are looking up to you. Okay, cool. And the imagery is a reminder that you feel secure in that, because this is who you are. This is what you've achieved. Like, you're abundant with love. Okay. Now, you also have two archangels that are associated with this card, Archangels Sandalphon and Roquiel. Roquiel. So remember, as I explained, you know, this is coming from a meditation teacher. So what you want to do is create some space for yourself today, Mama. And when you meditate, call upon Archangels Sandalphon and Roquiel and ask them to assist you in calling upon the spirit of the rhinoceros, so you are able to fulfill that message. Be strong and courageous. Exactly.
Full of love.
It's an awesome card.
Amazing.
There's
really,
some
really perfect
cool cards in here, and that's one of them for sure.
That is cool.
That is amazing. That's right on. That's so right on.
They have thick skin.
They do have thick skin. Yeah.
And
really
hilarious.
Yes, it was. It's funny stuff, that one. I'm reminding me to breathe in again. I love it.
That's great. Breathe in. And for you, Auntie B, what's unique, what's fascinating, because you had a card from me yesterday, and so what you want to keep on your mind is every day is a little bit different. Like, you're always you, and you always carry the things with you that you carry. But in addition to that, every day presents unique challenges and unique things that are thrown in front of your path. And what you can see by seeing the card you had yesterday and the card you have today, you'll be able to see any kind of differences in just what has happened with you or what's going on with you right now in just a short period of time.
You can also see patterns.
Right.
I love patterns. They're my favorite.
Sure.
Especially when they're a bunch of hearts and angels.
Yeah, those are my most favorite.
Everywhere.
Because your love, baby. Your love. You're welcome. It's true, though.
Auntie B. Mama Angel.
No kidding? No way. That's phenomenal.
Together.
Twins. I keep saying it. Are you okay? He's awesome. Oh.
There are times when these cards make. Do you see how thick this deck is? Did you see me here and shuffle for like a minute?
Yeah.
There are times, right? Christy Lefford said it right. Wow. There are times when this just being this vessel astounds me. Okay, with the messages that we're able to put forward, and this is a moment for you, Auntie B. I didn't expect this card for you. There's a wow. This is letting you know this is you just moved yourself into balance just over the last couple of days with the conversations that we've had, with the emotions that you're feeling right now, and the things that you're processing in here, right? With this amazing collective community, with the powerful energy that you have with Singing Mama and the connection that you have here. The fact that you both got this card is astounding to me. It's astounding to me. Think about everything I just said to her. The balance. I didn't expect you to have this much balance so soon. This speaks to you. This is beautiful. Again, the Merkaba, the yin and the yang on top of the world. Crown chakra of Mother Gaia, and you are standing upon it. This is beautiful. I'm going to send a picture of this card to both of you in the email so you can check it out. And if I ask anything of you this day, Angel, please meditate on this. Okay, just like I explained to Mama, connect with the archangels, call upon the spirit of the rhinoceros, and just sit in that. You know.
I'm gonna do it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been amazing. So that's so cool.
No,
Yeah.
I can go to bed for the rest of the day now.
When my nuts are safe.
That's awesome. How often does that happen?
Oh, never.
Never happens.
Like
Right here.
that right there. No, weird things happen. Yesterday I drew an eagle card for the same person twice.
Yeah, I saw that.
And-
It was
and-
actually
and-
3 times, isn't it?
Well, for the same person, I drew the eagle card, and as a matter of fact, I didn't draw it. It leapt out of the deck twice. In the beginning, it
wow.
leapt onto the floor. I put it back in, continued to shuffle, and then it popped out again a minute later. The same
Oh,
exact card for the
man.
same exact person. And then a few later on in the show, the eagle card came up 2 more times. And again,
Yeah.
if you see how thick this deck is, if you see what we go through, it's astounding when things continue to come about. There are cards in here that I have never pulled yet once, ever.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Was that how
Yeah.
it works? Like you shuffle it and then they pop out?
Sometimes, not always. Not always. So the way that it works is, I mean, it always begins with contacting or connecting with the source and whatnot. I never, and you know, my family knows this. I never come online with any type of teaching, with any type of anything, without making sure that I'm in a high vibrational state. Every time you ever see me come on, folks, I have always already prayed. I've always already connected. I've already been outside and gone through my meditations. To make sure that I'm that vessel, and so that everything that I share is in accordance with my highest self, in accordance with God's divine plan, never ever from my personal ego. So I make always sure to go through these things to make sure that I'm an open vessel. That's fascinating. These are the moments that make it super fun and just let you know that you're a part of something awesome.
That is very awesome.
Look at the company. Look at Dom. Look at the company that you're in. He's gotten that rhino twice.
Yeah. That's
But not in the same day.
Really? That is still freaking awesome, though.
that's why
So
he's
Bree.
dumb.
Dum,
Dumb.
dum.
Yeah.
What?
So Bree has an analogy.
I do.
Been using it
I guess.
about me and you.
Oh yeah.
About how we're like part of the same soul. Is that right?
Mhm.
And that we're sometimes we've been like the same soul in other lives or something, right? But then we've split and been, you know.
Before we came here, we decided, right? And when our mother was pregnant, one died in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years later, Jami was born on my birthday. And I just know that was supposed to be her then. But timing and what I think is supposed to be, right, isn't always what it is. Seems to me that she was my favorite to date and possibly forever, eternity, forever. My bestest, most perfect birthday gift I ever got. And I licked her first, so she's mine. So everybody watch out.
Licked my forehead and I was born.
So not make sure she was cleaned off from stuff. I'm
That's
just
good.
saying I was little.
That's
Okay, I
good.
licked her forehead. She's mine. Just so everybody knows, she is my best friend. She has always been there for me, and you know, we have arguments, but not like, no, we have disagreements. When it gets to the point where we need a break, we're like, and I'm going to go cool off. And we come back, and it's always, you know, there's
we
nothing
talk
I
about it.
can't tell her. Nothing. I can tell her everything. I haven't, but I could. You know, like,
It's true.
it's because of her I can trust anyone. Anyone. Because she's always been there. Since I was 2.
And probably before that too.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Probably.
like, I'm probably there.
I totally agree with you on that. She's just, you say we're both angels, but she's mine.
Oh,
She's here for me.
You're
I'm gonna cry again. All the crying.
You are.
Look at breathing. Did you see? I took a big deep breath. I'm just so excited about that.
You did.
She is amazing. And so for us both to get the same card is just
That's what I was like, yep.
of course. It's a beautiful
see,
thing.
Something that I don't think Bree really realizes is that a lot of people look up to you, Bree.
I'm very short.
A lot. You know what I mean.
I know. Sorry, I need a
Look
little
up to your
levity.
presence and your words and your moods and your advice and all the shizness that you have been through. You have been through practically everything that anybody could go through in one way or another. And there's only one other person that I know of that has been through all that stuff too. And he was kind of crucified, but you know.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
You weren't crucified.
No.
Close on a lot of occasions, but you know, I mean, that's how I see you. You are the most Christ-like person that I know on every aspect. Even when you're telling me that I'm doing stuff wrong, you're still like, maybe you could do it this way. I don't want you though. And you're like, you're kind of being harsh too. And I'm like, shut up.
It's true.
And you're like, that's okay. And I'm like, shut up again. You know, but it's, see, even Christy says, we look up to you, Sabrina. And, you know, and it's, you think you're such a small person in this big world, but you're really like, your light shines brighter than anybody's. And you are seen by many. Many, 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 many.
Thank you.
And so your influence has gone worldwide. And it's not just because of the trafficking thing. It's because of who you are. And I love your face.
I love your face.
That is a pretty nice face.
It is a great face. It's a great face. You know, I think every one of us have stuff to learn, no matter how expert we are. And there are some things. Huh?
Like this stuff, you're still learning stuff.
Absolutely. And that's my favorite thing, I have to tell you. Learning and then helping other people come up with it. Right? Catch up with me. I'll help you. I will jump back with you and relearn. That's the stuff that I love to do. But I'm not going to decide to join the dark side just so you can see the difference.
No.
I'd rather just help you out of the dark that's got you. Love you into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Kevin does.
And Kevin, when we first saw you on here, on the
he's your name.
It was just awesome because I never knew that your name was Kevin until Dom said it. And so even when Dom was saying your name in there, I'm like, Kevin.
I love it so much too.
And so, you know, it's just really cool. And just like your whole persona, your whole aura, whatever you want to call it, your whole lightness coming out of you.
Lightness coming out of you. That's my favorite one. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's just awesome. It's amazing. And like even the fact that like Chad is really harsh with like how he likes people. And just by him listening to you, he was like, I love this guy. Like he is so cool. And like you made him calm. And that's amazing.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you for that.
Can we stay here forever?
You. Mama, I wanted to respond to and say thank you for, you know, everything you just said about NTB. It's so right on. It's so powerful. It's so crucial. And I don't know if you know what people see in you, but what impresses people is the fact that you are still here. You've gone through things that would crumble and destroy everyone else. And when they look at you sitting there and somehow you manage to get a smile on that face, that gives people strength, that gives people hope, that gives people love and inspiration. And God put you here. Like, you're here with us. We're here talking because people need to know that. People need to know that your light was not extinguished in the darkest of times. And that means our light cannot be extinguished in the darkest of times. We're a collection of warriors that are coming together to light up the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And you exemplify that, you personify that, you are a symbol for that. I could make a shirt with your face on it and just walk around and be a symbol.
or you could be you and just love as you do, because love is what defeats every darkness.
It is, but I also need to wear shirts, so
I want to make one that has Bree on there going, "Stop it."
Stop shallow breathing and breathe deep.
I can do that one. I want to do that one. Okay, I'll do that one. Breathe deeply.
Breathe deep, young one.
You know, everybody, while we're still here, I'm going to take a moment and say, hey, so Jamie's turning 40 next month.
What?
Yeah, 40.
42,
And
not also.
I know, I'm going to be 42, but it's about 40. And we're doing a special surprise for her. And I really would love it if everybody who would be willing to participate, won't cost you money, just maybe a little bit of your time and stuff. Please send me an email. Hey, look at that. Nicely done. Nicely done. Send me an email at auntieb@gmx.com and I'll send you the info. It will be very exciting. She has no idea what's coming, y'all. No idea.
Is anybody else confused and conflicted by Singing Mama seeing this banner about her surprise upcoming?
I just know it's coming. I don't know what it is.
I'm telling you.
Like, even my husband, he usually tells me like literally everything. And he is like, no, you can't know. I'm like, but why? But why? I want to know what to expect. And he's like, nope.
I'm telling you.
This is like a secret that I've never known.
That's like the best part. Like usually somebody like secretly leaks it out.
Yeah.
Not this time. Not this time, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, we are
I don't
going to
know
celebrate
what.
you in a way you have no idea.
It's 40.
Huh?
40. 40. Not 40.
Like she's jumping up from 3 to 40. Y'all, we are welcoming her.
in 4D already.
I think I'm in 5 or higher.
I think a lot of
don't-
times we kind of bounce around till we find out where we actually want to be.
Probably also determines on what situation we're in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I know
Sort of.
sometimes I go 3D.
Is there a 2D? Because I'm pretty sure I have an immature streak in me somewhere that's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, well my dad could beat up your dad, so
I
take that.
No, sleep.
Anyway, please email me, you guys. We have some great things planned. It's going to be very exciting, and anticipation is really hard for Jamelia. She doesn't quite know how to wait, and
Don't.
so this is an older sister loving on her little sister in the most
public way possible.
public in your face.
She's
She's zenning out like
and leaving you with a month to think about it.
I don't
It's been
know.
2 months.
Oh, I
It's
started
been
this
2
in March. No,
Oh.
don't even give me that.
Please.
I started early because I needed to know what could happen. And guess what? I know. So it's very exciting. And she's been really great about it, honestly. Which is the first time she's ever been like, tell me, oh my gosh. She's just like,
Yeah,
okay.
all inside.
So this is growth. We're both growing. I still get to tease you, be the older sister, and you're just like, eh.
I'm practicing my namaste-ness.
Also my
beautiful.
favorite.
to you.
The light coming out of your nest. Oh, not gonna play it.
Oh, the dongings.
She said, "I practice my namaste-ness." Is that the
It's so
beautiful
beautiful.
quote I've ever heard? I don't know what it is.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. I love you.
Those are the words of Jamelia.
Yeah,
that
we
will
go-
also be an Engaged Reiki t-shirt.
Nice. Hey, we're in. We're totally practicing right now. That's way better. I like that one.
Namaste, miss.
You sir.
And namaste to you.
My cheeks are starting to hurt. You girls always make my cheeks hurt. From
You're
smiling.
welcome. Congratulations. We're helping you work your cheek muscles.
Right. Alrighty.
From
Well,
the
let's
rafters.
get our prayer on, okay? Because it's a little after, and the view's so big. Take that.
Yeah. Take that.
Love you, Tina. Let's make sure that we keep in our thoughts, Tristan. He is actually, the infection is going down. His liver is whatever color it's supposed to be eating up. And he's actually doing better. His everything. He's doing much, much better. I believe with all my heart that it is the prayer from the Sangha that you guys have been doing consistently. And what we're doing here with all the other prayers, it is the love and light we're sending that is helping him, because none of their antibiotics, none of the things they had tried were doing anything. So until we started praying, and suddenly things are doing better. So we're going to definitely keep him in this, and his biological mom. I'm not going to say her name today, but please keep her in your prayers, because I know this has been harder for her than anyone else. A mom seeing their kid sick like that when they could die is very, very hard. We're going to pray for Miss Empress Marina's father, because he's had good moments and hard moments, and last night he was taken off the oxygen. He started breathing better, so we're going to keep him in our prayers. Celeste's mom for sure. Oh yeah, that's what I meant, but also both. Yeah, mom came out, so I'm going to say definitely mom, definitely dad.
Trying to find the one about her dad. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I know that you have a list. Do you have it in front of you, Kevin? Do you have your list in front of you?
I don't have my whole list in front of me, but I would definitely ask that you include a couple friends, Tabitha, Northern Lights, and Bits of Sunshine.
Bits of Sunshine. These are beautiful names.
They are.
Definitely. Okay. Brandy, yes. By the way, Brandy reached out to both of us today. Mm-hmm. We haven't heard from her in a month, and we are so grateful. We've kept her in our prayers, but we heard from her today, and we're going to keep her in our prayers.
Keep her in our prayers.
Somebody else doing it. It's spreading. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes. And then also Dom, so his job thing.
Yes, Dom, for sure. Yes, and his wife to draw that picture, if she wants to.
And Amber's mom.
Yes, Betty.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yep.
And then Chad, for him to continue to be safe.
Okay.
And for my girls, that they will also be safe, and that there won't be any Jabberwockies. You know what we mean by that. And we had another one. Where did it go? I was searching. I have a lot of files up here.
You do. You have a lot.
Oh, but the other one that I was thinking of, I can't remember. It's in there too. Oh,
that one too. Oh, Kathy, definitely. Kathy and Connie. And the situation that's there. Yeah, and Patricia. They just had a show on, and she was giving a lot of information that I don't know if you caught it, Kevin, but if anybody missed it, it's really important. It's a whistleblower who's talking about the CPS and the government and how they have used children. It's a lot more detail with time-specific markers, so you can go and look things up. It's really important that we know, because we can dispel what we know. Does that make
And-
sense?
And niner.
Niner.
9. 45 equals 9.
I know what. Oh, orange. Yes.
Yes.
Let's do this. Sorry, I'm like, what? Nine who? Yes, we love orange, so yes. All right, for Kevin.
And for Kevin and Rita.
Yes, because we know that you have gone through a lot of things in the last little bit. There's a big shift in your life, and we pray for you because you are in such loving positions, and so many are trusting you with things they wouldn't trust with other people. So we would pray for you to have the courage and strength to remain in the light and the love that you are in. And we love you. And we will pray for that. And we also pray for the same thing for everyone on the other side of the screen, for your families, for everyone that every one of you come in contact with, to somehow send love their way. And this is how we light the path.
And one more. Dang it, why does it keep escaping me?
I don't know. God bless. What's his name?
It's their face.
What's her face?
There.
But God knows.
Yes, he does.
When you remember, because you will.
Kevin, is Rita your wife? The one that was on here, Rita Herzog?
My partner, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's partner.
That's what I was wondering. And
Okay.
she and Kevin need to come on mine and Chad's dating show. For her to feel comfortable enough to come on.
I love it.
That
Yes.
seed has definitely been planted.
Woot woot! We love you, Rita, so much.
Okay.
And it's all you. Okay. Well, it's all everyone.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory
Beautiful. Are we ready?
Kevin,
and you're blessed. Blessed. Good. Yes, throw it at him. Boom. No. Bless. Now again. Boys do that. Just throw it all at once. Good job. Hey. All right, coming at me. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Oh, it's a little like fizzly one. All right, throwing at Kevin. Ready, Kevin? Ready to catch it? And we're both throwing it at once. Go! Hey, that was awesome. That's very, very good. Excellent. And that's you, Jamelia. Where's the bell?
Because your blessings knocked over my mindfulness bell. It was so powerful.
Nice.
I had you to blessing it somewhere.
I think
It wasn't thrown very hard. I think it fell somewhere.
stuck on your nose.
Stuck on my nose? Oh, there it is.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for being with us this morning, afternoon. And Mr. Kevin, Jami, Kevin, thank you so much for being here. We love you. And I hope we have you back.
You will most definitely have me back. Thank you so much.
All righty. Hugs to everyone. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning for music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and Auntie B are our very own soulful